Hey guys, so today I want to tell you a little bit about how I got monetized on one of my YouTube channels. Now this is a channel I'd worked on for a very long time. It was not eligible for monetization and I was getting probably around 3 to 5 hours a month of watch time at best. So I wasn't doing very well on this channel. So when I took a step back from everything, because somebody told me that I simply couldn't get monetized, it wasn't going to happen. When someone tells me I can't do something, I decide that I can, because that's the way my mind works. So what I did is I started thinking more about how I was doing things and what people actually wanted. Do they want the content that I'm creating? Well, some people do, so I still make a little bit of that content, but I started thinking, well, what kind of content do people want? And so I started looking at other creators like Mr. Beast were very helpful. And one of the things that he said in one of his videos was that it's very important to establish a niche audience. And I started thinking, well, what do I really like that's niche? And I remembered that I liked these games I like retro looking games that are not well known, or they're not really sought after. I'm the kind of person who enjoyed games like Bubble Trouble and Greebles on the Mac. I like Prime Target. I like all of this other weird sort of stuff. And I then thought, well, there's one or two of these games that I like that have got a real cult following, and one of those was Space Station 13. So what I started to do is I would record all of my rounds in Space Station 13, and I would focus on whenever there was a really good story, I would name the video something slightly different. And what I would do is then I'd turn those videos into stories with the music that I'd made, because I'm a musician, as well as doing the other stuff that I do. So basically, I would put these videos up, and they would get relatively decent traffic, but it wasn't enough. So what I started doing is I started sharing these out, and I'd never ask for subscribers in the video. I'd have a little card at the end which would say like, comment, subscribe and everything, but I'd never directly ask people in the video to subscribe to me, because the thing is, this content is not my general content that I make. And when it came down to it, I'd get a load of subscribers from people who like Space Station 13. And it turns out they like a lot of the other games that I like as well, because I get people who will come onto the videos multiple times and they'll comment, and that's really nice. I also had noticed that some of my other videos that had done well on another channel really long time ago that I made, like for example, I made a video on how to meow like a cat, and that's done really well, and that gets consistent traffic every single day. Because I was looking at things from a perspective of it being a numbers game, so I was thinking, okay, well, I need a certain amount of numbers per month. I was thinking, all right, let's take a step back. Let's say I make one video, right, and that video gets 3 views in one day and it never gets views again, right? That is a bad thing, okay? And I have videos that are like that. I've got some videos that got like 30 views over their entire lifetime. They've been up for like 8 or 9 years. This is not good numbers. So what I was thinking is, okay, so when I make a video, there are some videos that will get me views every single day. So when I looked at it, my How to Meow Like a Cat video, which gets me around 50 views a day on my channel, which is really good, that video itself, that's generating loads and loads of these videos in the background if I was to do the same video every single day. So it just shows you the value of content that people actually want to see. So my advice to you is to go back through all of the videos that you've ever released, and just think about the ones which are getting traffic every single day, and do a couple of videos like that. Really focus on it, polish it. You can really redo the same video again, and basically just find different ways of sort of getting that video out. Let's say you made 3 videos on how to do a certain thing. You could name the video slightly different, give it a different description, give it different tags, and put the videos out. they're still going to be useful to people and they're going to get you views over time. They'll compete with each other, but that's not a problem, because people who want that specific piece of content, they're going to come onto your channel. You've got a higher chance of finding that. Now, when it comes to what I'm doing on this channel, like building marketing, talking about marketing, mainly restaurant marketing, how to build marketing systems, things like that, some of the advice that I've got is very useful. So hopefully I will be able to teach you some of that if you're interested, and you can subscribe. But when it comes down to it, just look at it like a numbers game. Find something that works. And when I got these Space Station 13 videos, what I would do is I would also share them out to platforms like Reddit. I would put them on the Wikipedia for the game, like the game wiki. So when I'd make a tutorial on how to do something, I'd add that right at the bottom, and I get a couple of clicks through from those things. Putting them out on my website, making them easy to access, having it so that people can get to my website easier, made it a lot easier to get this stuff done. So all of these different things, pooling them all together. So let's sort of conclude and summarize. So go through your YouTube channel and find what is working versus what is not working. Look at the videos that you've got that have been successful and find out whether or not it's something to do with the descriptions. Is it to do something to do with the thumbnail? Do you have a high click-through rate on that video? When you're starting to look at these kind of things, your brain starts working in a different way, because maybe your channel's really good, but you're just not doing thumbnails in the right way. I don't use a lot of thumbnails on this channel because it's a talking head channel. It's very boring, but I'm trying to provide useful information, so I don't really care all of that much about this channel, because when it comes down to it, my main channel is the one which I really put the time and effort and energy in, and I'm monetized on it. So when it comes down to it, think about what are the aspects that make your videos rank better than other videos that you've created. Maybe you just need to change a thumbnail over, get somebody into the thumbnail. And a lot of people will say maybe go into drama and things like that, but I always find that a little bit dangerous. So I managed to do this just by sharing stuff out, making content that was really niche, and that because I found a niche that not that many people were doing. But the difference, the thing is, it's like when you look at your competition within the niche, there are people out there like Livrah is one of them, Livrah, I think that's how it's spelled, and that particular person's content is so high tier compared to mine, but I still get views and I still get people going on my stuff because I'm in that little niche, and the videos are all sort of linked over time. So when it comes down to it, making sure that your content is shared out to other platforms. Don't be afraid of a little bit of backlash, and you will get backlash in certain aspects, because there are people out there who are very unkind. They're very cruel, and they'll say horrible things. Don't care about it. Just be really nice to them in a comment. This is a good way to deal with things, because you can turn somebody who is really angry with you or just wants to insult you, because if you look like me, it's very easy to insult someone who looks like me. But when it comes down to it, if you're really friendly with people, even if they're hostile with you, it's going to help you, especially when it comes to connecting with things. Never try and justify things. Never argue with people. Just be really positive and thank them really much for the feedback. Because I tell you something, there are a lot of people out there who have actually become really good friends with me, who are people who started off disliking me or hating me because I shared something into a Reddit a long time ago. But being nice and actually friendly back to people, it doesn't matter. Because it's like, before you know it, you get someone adding you on Discord. It's great. But this is kind of what I did. I just churned, and I was making about 3 to 5 videos per day. And that's a lot of videos. And they were all having a little bit of a story. And, I made it a little bit interesting, did the right music for the right kind of scenes. Sometimes I'd write individual music for it, but I put in a lot of effort with those videos so that they were really worth watching, so that when I did share them up, it wasn't just like a very boring video that anyone could have made. It was, oh, okay, there's an interesting story going on there, let's follow it. So it became something that people could go and watch, and I really liked that. So when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, look at your content, find out what's doing well, try and find something very obscure to talk about, and basically cross-platform promote things. You can put your videos on Facebook. They're not going to do well because Facebook hates YouTube, but you should do it anyway. You know, there are very few people who come over from Facebook, but every now and then you may get a couple of likes or something. People will watch your videos. Put your videos on Reddit. You are going to get views from Reddit. At some point, I'm going to start setting up so that I can put videos from my channel onto Reddit and get my stuff out there on this channel as well, because my idea is growing this channel up to the point where it's monetized. The thing is, what you've got to do is find out what content you can do well, what content that you're doing that is doing well, make more of that kind of content, and look at the way that you're structuring everything, and just find the thing that works best for you. Because the thing is, it's like my FL Studio videos, they get views every single month. They're dedicated. Even my Space Station 13 videos now get views every month. They don't get as many, but if I just sat there every single day and I made, say, 100 or 1,000 videos on how to use FL Studio, how to do certain things in FL Studio, I would probably be earning a heck of a lot more money. But I can't stand the idea of doing that. It's like I've achieved what I wanted to achieve on the channel, really. And whilst I'm building some more obscure content in the background, I'm doing it at a much more relaxed pace, because that's the channel that I do things on that I really, really enjoy. And because I've gone into extreme hyper burnout on that, I've been producing so much content over a long time, it is very hard for me to sit there, go through an entire game, make sure I'm recording all of the footage, and it's really destroyed my love of doing games. So I'm taking a step back from it, making a new channel, talking about stuff that I love, and if people like it, great. If they don't like it, who cares? It's like, as long as I'm providing useful information in my videos, I don't care. But eventually I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start sharing stuff out. I've already started building a system in the background for this channel, so not for my old channel. So it's a new system entirely dedicated to the channel that I'm working on. And what that's going to do is it's going to set posts to go out on, I've currently got Friday covered, so I've got normal posts which are a little bit funny, and one gets shared out every Friday, and I've got 2 video types of posts which are going to go out every single Friday. I'm going to build it so that I've got 4 posts per day going out, and they're all sort of different aspects of marketing information like that. That's specific to this channel. But when it comes down to it, there will be things that I will be able to teach you on this channel which will help you with your YouTube growth. It's not going to be a primary concern to me. I'm not some major big YouTuber. I'm just somebody who has struggled his way up, worked himself half to death to get that monetization. And that's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to avoid all of the horrible that's come from that, because a lot of it was me not knowing what I'm doing. Just listen to people who are very, very good at what they've done. Look at what they've done. Find out, look at their thumbnails, look at the way that they utilize different aspects of YouTube. And Mr. Beast is a really good person to listen to, because if you look up how when he's talking about YouTube in his videos, he can tell you a heck of a lot more than I can about what makes a video good. Now, he likes to use things which are really, really dramatic, really, really grand scale, and that's one of the reasons his videos do so well. And you can do that as well. The reason I am making this video as someone who's never used that is just to say that it is possible to do it without doing a lot of that stuff. You just got to focus on the numbers, focus on getting the content out there, and putting stuff on Reddit is like an advert, and the only thing you pay with is a little bit of pain from some people every now and then who don't like the content of your videos. So when it comes down to it, just put in the time, put in the effort, and don't care. Enjoy the process of making, creating, and when it comes down to it, be very careful. If you feel like you're getting into burnout, just relax a little bit. Take a little bit of time, because you've got a long time to get those 4,000 watch hours, all right? And it's much better that you take care of your physical health. Because the thing is, I did this in a couple of months. You don't need to do that. It's like, if you took what I did in those months, because I was working every single day, coming up with different ideas, constantly brainstorming, it was driving me crazy, but I needed to get this done. that was a problem. Because I overdid it, I burnt myself out. So I feel it's very hard to make content. I am playing a wonderful retro game at the moment though. I am enjoying it and I am recording it. And I'm going to basically make a little, do a little game review. And at some point, maybe I'll even do a game playthrough, because I think that'll be great for people. But the thing is, what I do now is I'm starting to think more about testing the water. So I test the water by creating a review for the game. Now, does the game do well in its review? Now when I think about it, it's like, if a game does well in its review, I make videos on how to do certain things within the game. If the game does not get a lot of review, if it does not get a lot of natural organic views in its my review for the game, then I know that it's not one of those things that I'm going to do particularly well on when it comes to searches. So I think very tactically about it, because it's much easier to sit there and do a video where you're doing, like, for example, you're doing one game review. It's much easier to sit there and put a game review together than it is to do, say, 5 to 10 how-to videos on things that you're doing within the game. And if that's not working, you need to switch. You need to switch things up. Keep an eye on it. Always look back and say, is it doing well? But don't ever let yourself get suckered into doing something that's not going to be good in the grand scheme of things. Because what you really want is, you want people who are going to be finding the content and using the content, and that is a great way to do it, making a review for a game, because then people who like the idea of the game will be interested in your how-to videos. So it's all about sort of finding the sort of content that works for you. Now, a little bit of information about my old channel. I was just working and putting up videos of music that I made. That was it at the start. It didn't do well. I'm not a particularly good musician, but I've scored like around 250 films and short films now. Most of the time people won't use my composer name, they'll use my actual name, or they'll use a variant of my actual name because they don't like my stupid name. But it's one of those things where I've actually had real work from those videos that never did well. So I probably earn more from those videos that didn't do well than I have from my channel, which is really, really bizarre. But then again, when it comes down to it, don't burn yourself out, that's it. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble and I am very tired, so hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to learn a little bit more about marketing, which will help you get your videos out there, I am going to make a few more videos on how I did certain things with YouTube. And I'm just going to keep making content. I'm just going to keep doing it. Anyway, you have a lovely day. Take care and bye.